I think the biggest two things when it comes to business development are, well, the biggest three things: authenticity, volume, and direction. So you need all three. So one, you have to be your authentic self, and that authentic self has to be fired up about what the work that we do. You've got to be very passionate about what it is that you do and the company that you work for, like really, not just pretending. And that might mean, for a lot of us, that means we're in recovery, right? So it's easy for me to be authentic and to come across as authentic because I just dropped that I used cocaine and alcohol abusively for 10 years, right? It's like, okay, all right, he's authentic. He knows this story. Not everyone has that story. But I always tell people we should be leading with our why, right? There's a Simon Sinek video that's great on start with why. I think it's so important to start with the why, right? Hey, I'm Nick. I'm here from Sophros. We're a PHP IOP and we're really good. Not a good story. I'm Nick and I'm an addict in recovery trying to help other addicts. We do that through our PHP IOP. And here's how we're structured. You're like, oh, cool. It's a much more believable story and it's real. And so I think starting with why and leading with authenticity is incredibly important. Volume, like the reality is that business development takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of hours. Like it's not a 30-hour-a-week job. If you're doing it 30 hours a week, or if you're not allocating your time right, like you're not going to get it done. You don't get, at least at the beginning, if you do 75% of the work, you're not getting 75% of the referrals. It's something about building that momentum and building that volume and stacking it and putting in the work up front that really allows you to build those relationships. And then the last piece is direction, right? Like, how are we spending our time? Are we really focused on the right things in the right places? And we won't always have it right? Sometimes we're like, hey, you know what? We should go check out primary cares. We should go visit every primary care in the city. Okay, well, is that a good use of time? I don't know. Like, maybe not. Maybe what we did for that specific example is I told my BD rep, I'm like, I don't want you visiting primary cares because they never refer. And they might refer 1 and 2, but you might visit a big primary care and you have a great relationship with them and they might refer 1 next year.
Yeah.
So what we should do is we should hire a few alumni from the program for $15 an hour that are fired up, have them do 30 stops in a day, cover everything in 20 hours, get them some materials, and then anyone that's interested, anyone that shows like real interest, now those are the places where I want you to go and do a lunch and learn. So it's like, how do we do that? What do you call it? Like inside or outside sales, right? Maybe there's an opportunity to leverage some resources. And I know not every BD rep has the ability to do that. Like, as a CEO, I enable that. I'm like, how can I make your job easier? What is it that we need to do to make your job easier? And so I think those are the big three things: authenticity, volume, and direction. And then if there was a fourth one, which I think it really would complete things, but I don't know if it's as necessary as the first three, which is just like consistent follow-up, like having cadences, having discipline. I wouldn't say my team's great at that. So that's why I say, like, we've been successful in spite of that. So, but if I visit someone, at the end of the day, I'm sending them a follow-up email with all the information. In 2 weeks, I'm going to touch back with them and I'm going to send them this thing. And in a month after that, I'm going to send them a piece of literature, which is a value add. Just, hey, I just read this thing on the use of Vivitrol with AUD and it's like super effective, yada, yada, yada. Just, hey, I'm going to add value, check in. So I'd say the last one is that discipline.